Another arc has concluded. Hey everyone, Templar74 here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today's Yu-Gi-Oh video is going to be my review of the latest episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, episode 64, the conclusion of the Phaser arc. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I really enjoyed this episode. It was appropriately portioned for a arc conclusion, to be honest with you. It's not quite a series finale, it's not quite a showstopper in that regard, but it was a great conclusion to this arc, in my opinion. We got all the remaining questions we wanted answered, except for one, because there's always got to be that one that pops up after 400 questions have been answered. One new one's got to rise, you know? But I'm rambling, and we'll talk about that soon enough. So at risk of further rambling, let's move on to the actual episode. So the episode continues where we leave off last week, right in the middle of the Udius versus Phaser duel. Phaser, of course, has taken the form of this giant space dragon, which we find out that really what it is. He's a space dragon. Udius decides that the only way to break through and continue on is following the inner warrior in him, as Zuichio puts it, and just keep pushing forward. Zuichio says, the warrior in him says the battle's got to go on and he will continue to fight. So yeah, we learn that Phaser is also, him and his brother are descendants of the space dragons, which were the creators of the universe during this whole thing. And we watch Udius take on Phaser's first maximum, and he's able to snap Phaser back out of his raw dragon form back into this dragon-human hybrid, who continues on the duel, brings out another maximum, and is just hell-bent determined that he's going to stomp Udius into the ground. And we learn a little bit more about Phaser's background, too. He has become corrupted by all these aliens that keep visiting Earth. They keep terrorizing his brother. He decides that he's going to protect his brother. So he begins MIK and starts exterminating all these aliens because he wants to protect his brother. And so we get the rush duel go on, and he really does put Udius back in a corner. Udius takes the lead briefly, then he basically just undoes everything that Udius can possibly do. And it's at this moment that we get basically the big callback from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, where we learn that somebody's ID card can be used to create maximums, and we learn that Phaser's maximums came from people that he's carded. So that was a nice little callback to bring. And Udius ends up drawing Yuhi, Yuumu, and Yuga. I'm sorry, I cannot talk this morning. Yuga, Yuumu, and Yuhi's cards that the Space Jammer had put into his deck before the duel started. And these cards now turn into this ultimate maximum monster that's able to use its effects ultimately to bring out the monster that will defeat Phaser. And that's pretty much the rush duel, with that going out in a blaze of glory. And we also get one last revelation at the end of this. We learn that the reason why all these aliens kept visiting Mutsuba Town is because there are fossilized space dragons in the mountain, and they are the special ore that attracts aliens. We also learn that this was Phaser and his little brothers and sisters basically making sure that they were never going to be lonely and they'd never forget their roots in the stars. So that was very nice and touching. Phaser apologizes, everybody returns from being carded, and just when you think all the questions are answered and we get a happy ending, Udius looks around and he's like, where's Yuga? And that's when Go Hyuna basically looks at him and goes, he's already left. But I just know deep down, and I feel it, that we will see him again. We get no answers to where Yuga's gone, whether he's still here or he's taking off back for his time. We have not gotten that revelation yet, but that's where the episode and the arc ultimately leave off. Like I said, this episode was a great finale to this arc. I really had nothing bad to say about it. I enjoyed it. Overall, I give it a 9 out of 10. It was a pretty great finale to this Phaser arc, and I really have nothing bad to say about it. But as always, those are just my thoughts, and I want to hear yours. So in the comment section down below, let me know what your guys' thoughts were about this week's episode. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was just there? What were your thoughts? Just let me know in the comment section something down below, because as always, I enjoy hearing from you. All right, everyone, as always, Templar74 signing off. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.